Good morning, everyone. Non-farm payroll day. Whoa. NFP day in 22 seconds. Yeah, 22 seconds until, actually 15 seconds until NFP is gonna do his thing. So let's just watch the show. No trading activity whatsoever for me, simply because it's not, crazy. Simply because it's not a smart thing to trade prior to news. But obviously, we need to wait in order to see where the market actually wants to go. Okay, so today we also have a giveaway. 2 10K accounts with Neoma Markets. So wow, this is a crazy candle, you guys. Crazy 1 minute candle. What the hell? This is a 200 pip 1 minute candle. Insane. Absolutely insane. Anyway, so looking on to the 15 minutes chart. Now, yeah, obviously, because this high over here was broken, it was somewhat obvious that it was going to continue to go up up until Wednesday's high, I think that was. I'm trying to look up and mark the SMTs that were formed today. So that I know where the liquidity areas are. And then I'll just wait and see if something relevant pops up. Okay, so price, it almost reached. Wednesday's high. Now, if you look at Wednesday's high over here, which on gold, it just got tapped. On silver, it's all the way up here. Now, do keep in mind that on both pairs, this is a buy-side liquidity area. And silver didn't reach into Wednesday's high yet. However, silver is taking buy side from New York Hill Zone high yesterday, and it really depends, depending on the reaction that we're gonna have, we'll know whether it's a run on liquidity or a sweep of liquidity. Okay, so for now, all indications are saying that, yeah, this is likely to be a run on liquidity. Now, for those wondering what's the difference between run on liquidity and sweep of liquidity, basically sweep is where you have the buy side, price takes it and then starts to reject. And then run on liquidity is basically where this is the buy side, price taps it, and then it just decides to continue to push higher, either after a pullback or after slight consolidation and then move higher, or simply it just doesn't do anything, no consolidation, no pullback, and it just continues to go higher like crazy. Okay, so today we're going to be giving away two 10K accounts with Neoma funds. Next Friday we're going to be giving away more prizes, and just be on the lookout in today's live stream, because I'm going to be sharing details about how you can actually participate in the giveaway. So right now, like I said, I'm just marking all the SMT areas because I really want to know where liquidity is. And you know, it doesn't just help me to know where the liquidity is in case price will decide to start, you know, to reverse now or whatever. It just helps, okay? It's going to help you whenever price will decide to go for this liquidity. You're going to have it as a means of, oh, okay, so that's why price goes up. Oh, okay, so that's why price goes down, because it created some buy side or sell side area like a week ago, 2 days ago, 1 month ago, you know, depending on the time frame where you're trading. Okay, so just waiting. Nothing yet. There's literally nothing to trade right now. So I'm really considering if this BC will be inverted. I'm really considering a pullback, not a trade, a pullback to around 50% of this price leg, and then I'm going to be looking for long opportunities. All right, you guys, so let's see what's going on here. Think about someone who'd consider buying right now and put the stop loss under the BISI, the blue BISI. 74 pips stop loss. Insane. 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 Absolutely insane. However, if we could get a sweep of this and then a reaction, that would be something else for a long continuation. Ah, no. You guys, I'm just getting the deets ready for the giveaway. Yeah, if price would invert this, that would be amazing, because there is a lot of sell side sitting at current New York kill zone low. And who knows, maybe even lower. But the thing is that I need an entry, right? Can't just trade based off of price inverting that. So you see no confirmation yet for now. If silver would sweep this high and then reject and keep a nice SMT in between these two, and then a rejection, that would be really nice. 50-minute candle closed super bullish, previous candle, and right now we seem to be having some rejection, you know, starting from the 1 minute and 5 minutes. I would have loved, you know, for, you know, to consider shorts with more courage. I would have loved a close back under the high that it took out, Wednesday's high. That would have been good. But so far it seems to be reclaiming this BISI. So, no, not actually reclaiming it, but, you know, just continuing to reject off of it. We'll see what it does. Ian asking if the 1 hour SMT validates what, Ian? The short idea? It does, absolutely. But, you know, there is no SMT confirmed until you see either one of the pairs rejecting on the time frame where you want the SMT to confirm a certain trade idea for you. So for example, if you want the 1 hour SMT to confirm the short trade idea for you, then you'd still need a rejection on the 1 hour on the 1 hour, or at least the 30 minutes, you know, or at least the 15 minutes. And for now, we don't have that. I mean, there is no bearish candle on 15, 30, 1 hour closing currently that would basically just tell us, well, yeah, this is the high that formed, and yeah, this is the second high, which is right now forming, you know. We don't have such a thing. So for now, there is basically just no confirmation whatsoever. I would definitely consider and recommend more like a very conservative approach with your lot size if you want to trade a 1 minute setup, and like a more courageous approach if you are going to have a setup confirmation based on the 5 minutes. So this means you want to see a 5 minute SIBI, a 5 minute rebalance of that SIBI, and then a 5 minute bearish candle that would reject from that SIBI. And obviously you still want some sort of SMT to form here, even on the 5 minutes, because that would basically just reconfirm the idea of a bearish setup forming. And you really do want that, especially because we're in a highly bullish market, right? And because honestly, yeah, it just reached another buy side liquidity area, and it doesn't really seem like it's rejecting, at least for now. Maybe right now, while we're inside this current 850 to 910 macro, maybe something's cooking, but we just have to wait for that. And the reason why I just wouldn't consider normal to buy right now is because I'm buying after a swing high has been taken out. And there are chances right now that on those smaller time frames, price is just creating liquidity to reverse, you know? So I wouldn't, or at least start like a deeper pullback. So I wouldn't, like, don't buy at, you know, all-time highs without having a deeper pullback. You remember that I was telling you the same thing on Tuesday, I think, and Tuesday or Wednesday, and then we got this beautiful pullback, which was really like a nicer opportunity to look for long trades after that deeper pullback. Because in a highly bullish market, especially if you're trading at all-time highs, you don't want to be trading without pullback, without having a pullback prior to, you know, you considering the long trade idea. Because then where would you put your stop loss? That's why, right? Because you would have to wait for a structured form under which you could put your stop loss. And if price just continues to run, there is basically no swing low, no structure low being created so that you can use that as your stop loss. And that's the biggest downside of this. Yeah, so you can see it's ready to pick up bullish momentum, but I'm still not, you know, convinced enough because of what silver is currently doing. So if silver starts to reject from here, it's gonna be a different thing. Might be reclaiming this invalidated busy. We'll see. Because basically this candle, 838, which is not the highest candle on gold, it does coincide with the highest here on silver. So on silver, yeah, the swing high, it's the one that's, you know, relevant, but on gold, it's the BISI right here. And if price will keep rejecting off of that and just, you know, reconfirm it as a, or actually confirm it as an inversion, then that's pretty much clear. But if it's going to be reclaimed, then it's a pretty, it could be a good indication that price is just willing to continue to move higher. So just gotta pay attention to that. The mosquitoes are back. I got this blouse on me and they can't really bite me for now. It's a good thing. this is an obstacle for me. This is the only obstacle in the way of price moving lower. Like if I'd be able to see price moving past these candles and silver creating some sort of SIBI around here as it, you know, as it moves under this 5-minute SIBI, BISI, this one, let me show you, 5-minute BISI on gold, this one, if it would invalidate that, create some sort of a 1-minute SIBI which overlays that 5-minute BISI. Because if gold reaches here prior to silver, basically we could be looking at another SMT, you know? And that's why I want silver to show signs of weakness or increase of bearish imbalance, so that I have like a more confirmation that price is, you know, looking to move lower on both pairs, weakness on both pairs, especially when you're close to an area of, you know, a low where you could be looking at possible SMT forming. Okay guys, so in order for you to participate in today's giveaway, you're gonna have to comment the word RBV, all right? Comment the word RBV for this current live stream and you are automatically gonna be signed up for today's giveaway. Like I said, we're gonna be giving away 2 $10,000 challenge accounts with Neoma funds. Also, for those of you who are considering purchasing like bigger accounts with Neoma, you can use code RBV in order to get a 30% discount on any Neoma funds challenge. Inputting like multiple comments at one time is not going to give you multiple entries, so just don't even bother. Yeah, don't even bother. So the word to comment is RBV, not RGV. All right. I would really appreciate it if you guys would not spam the chat with more than one comment, because like I said, just one single comment, one single RBV comment is going to ensure that you already participate in the giveaway. Okay, we're gonna be drawing the 2 winners in about 30 minutes, so you have plenty of time to comment, ask your friends to join, ask fellow traders that you know to join the live stream and comment. Yeah, you guys already know the drill. Okay guys, so don't forget, if you want to participate in today's giveaway, you have to make sure that you are going to comment the word RBV starting now. Any comment that was input before I said this will not participate. So anyone who's looking to enter the giveaway, comment the word RBV to the current live stream and you will enter the giveaway. So starting now, all comments starting now are gonna participate. Oh my God, you guys, the song again. Thank God I'm not in a trade. Because then who knows what would have happened. Lord. Okay, so the way price action is setting up right now is really interesting. So Maybe we're going to be getting a continuation long with a decent stop loss. You know, every time I'm in lives, I have a laptop whose battery is really good battery. It lasts for like 12 hours if I use it normally. But whenever I'm in a live, like for example, in half an hour, it just sucked up 50% of my battery. Like, it's crazy. You guys, this crazy song, like it's just oh my god. Okay, so I'm trying out this long. Let's see how this is gonna go. Guys, don't forget to enter today's giveaway. You will have to comment the word RBV in order to make sure that you participate in the giveaway. The prize is 2 10K Neoma Funds accounts. Okay, so 5-minute candle closed. Hopefully it's not going to want to rebalance this BC on the 5 minutes that it just left behind prior to, you know, moving above this high, because that's what I'd like to see it do. Leave this BC unbothered in here. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't like that. Exactly what I said that it was gonna do. Yeah, no. My hands are off the mouse right now because I don't like what it's doing. I don't. I'm just marking things up and that's it. That's it. Marking things up and that's it. I really completely did not check the 5 minutes. Okay, guys, we're going to be waiting an additional 10 minutes until the giveaway participants are going to be announced, until we're going to draw the winners for today's giveaway. So if you guys want to participate, don't forget you need to comment the word RBV in today's live stream. So there are a lot of people here who don't actually want to participate in the giveaway, apparently. What is wrong with you guys? Don't you want to get free trading accounts? Like, what the heck? You guys are really weird, honestly. So fucking weird. Guys, would you excuse me 2 minutes? I'll be right back, okay? Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, exactly the way I was thinking. Exactly the way I was thinking, and it is basically just my mistake entirely because I did not check the 5 minutes. Because had I checked the 5 minutes and saw that a 5-minute BISI was being formed, I would have waited for a rebalance of that and then consider taking longs. But it is what it is. Can't take it back now, so but this would have made for a great entry, and it would have been sort of like the same price level where I actually had my initial entry. But yeah, a lot smaller stop loss and little to no drawdown. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, what a bummer. What a bummer, you guys. What a bummer. Okay, let's see what's going on with the giveaway. So we're gonna be drawing the winners of the giveaway within the next 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Within the next 3 minutes, you guys. So if you haven't yet, make sure to comment the word RBV and you will automatically be signed up for today's giveaway. Prizes are 2 10K accounts with Neoma funds. So yeah. I have my boyfriend laughing at me every time I say, so yeah. He always laughs at me. If I would have waited for this would have been such a great trade. Such a great trade. Already moved 120 pips from the confirmation candle on the 5 minutes. I made a rookie mistake. Really stupid. Really stupid. For anyone wondering, trade would have looked like this. Already 2R. I don't need more than 2R, you know. So if I can get a 2R trade, that would be amazing. And the reason for this is Like also, like you might be considering why, because I just said a little earlier, why buy at or close to all-time highs? If you want to buy immediately after price reaches all-time highs, immediately after it reaches, you're doing yourself a great disservice. If you want to buy at all-time high after price created a SIBI, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you want to buy at all-time highs after price already spent some time above that level, try to get back under it, but then it moved back above it, especially if it's creating a BISI like it did in here. And you know, the reason why I've actually looked for a long trade was precisely because of that. Because after seeing that it reached an all-time high, I've seen it create SIBI, right? On this push to the downside. So now I'm thinking, okay, then it's probably ready to move in the opposite direction because it already took out buy-side liquidity. However, seeing this BC being respected here, continuing to be respected, and then seeing that price starts to create BISIs over here, makes me understand that whatever SIBIs were created right there, they are not real SIBIs. They're actually there to make market participants believe that price will use the buy side to pair it with smart money short orders. But like I said, if I want to trade short setups against a highly bullish market, it would be wiser to wait for a 5-minute entry confirmation, which we did not get. 5-minute entry confirmation means a bearish SIBI, a bearish fair value gap on the 5 minutes, which obviously it did not form. And things I would do different this time, or I should have done different with this trade, was because, you know, I went long around here, right? Once price rejected off of this 1 minute BISI in here. If I would have went to the 5 minutes and waited for the 5-minute BISI to form, because it was starting to be obvious that it's going to form eventually, and then wait for a rebalance of that and a rejection, which came about 15 minutes after I took the entry, that would have been great. So the entry candle was here, 9:30 entry candle. Once that candle closes on the 5 minutes, that would have been an amazing trade, but it is what it is. I did a boo-boo. Because you see, this BISI extremely important, because that's the last respected BISI, right? At the all-time high that price is creating, and after taking buy-side liquidity from the left side of the chart. So right now, seeing this push to the downside, which invalidates that BISI, makes me think, well, we might actually get a rejection from the SIBIs that were created, because it's likely for the buy side to be used to pay with smart money short orders. The thing is that you don't want that kind of short entry confirmation in a bullish market on a strongly bullish market, you know, on a 1 minute time frame. So that's why I did not take any short in here, because it just didn't make sense. But then seeing that bullish momentum starts to pick back up, that's when I considered that price is likely to want to continue to move higher. But yeah, the 5-minute thing I did with not waiting for a 5-minute, not checking the 5 minutes basically, that would have saved me $531. Okay, let's see what's going on. Just curious, what are those rectangles at the bottom of your 1 minute chart? Those are like, it's an indicator which shows the quarters theory, days quarters theory. Okay, yeah, guys, so I'm adding here. I'm getting ready to pick up the winners of today's giveaway. Okay, guys, so anyone who did not comment the word RBV, sorry guys. Make sure to be on the lookout for next Friday's live stream, okay? So right now we're going to draw the winners. Once again, the prizes are two $10,000 challenge accounts with Neoma funds. If you guys also will not be among the winners for today, you can go ahead and use code RBV to get a 30% discount. And let's pick the winner. Okay, so Jimmy BIT. Congrats. And let's have a new winner. Hold on. Oh, I'm amongst the guys. Grand success. All right, so the two winners are Jimmy Bit and Grand Success. You guys, congrats. Make sure to DM me on Telegram. You're gonna find my Telegram ID in the description of the live stream. And if you guys don't see it, then I'm just gonna say it to you. It's true_Lera. So TRUE_LERA. DM me. I'm gonna need some information from you so that I can actually so that I can actually be able to give you the details of your new challenge account. So, Jimmy Bit and grand success, you guys. Congrats. DM me on Telegram. I'm gonna just put the... Okay. All right. Congrats, you guys. You're already writing to me. You're already DMing me. Hold on. Okay, guys, so don't forget, next Friday we're going to have another giveaway. This time around, we're going to be giving... we're going to be giving two 25K accounts. To retrieve your accounts. Okay, DM me on Telegram, Trilleros, retrieve your accounts. Okay, so next Friday we're going to be giving away two 25K challenge accounts with Neoma funds. Once again, if you guys are not amongst the winner and you do want to get a challenge account with this prop firm, use code RBV to get 30% off. Applicable to any time you're gonna purchase, not just the first time. Yeah, just look at this thing keep on going. Wow, it's insane. Insane. Okay, guys, talk to you on Monday. Take care. Make sure to enjoy the weekend, you know, use it for something that brings you joy. And yeah, bye.